let's just go ahead and talk about the FTX implosion.
Yeah.
The poster boy, truly one of the largest poster boys of crypto, is turning out to be an entire massive scam with clear indicative ties to government officials around the world.
Yeah. Jay, I'm disappointed. That's a huge feeling that I have. We don't have any assets on FTX. I think I used FTX once to on ramp because I was using Star Atlas, so put some soul on it. But yeah, I have feelings of disappointment because so many different places in business and government had the ability to check and balance this institution, and it failed. And then it puts a black eye on our whole industry. And we're all working so hard to build the future to present the industry in a positive light. And like we keep getting hit over and over again. And someone that was elevated to be so trusted to have this type of fall, is just extremely, extremely disappointing. But I think about the degen culture and how some of us are really quick to try and ape into projects without doing the due diligence. That's a problem. And I think on this occasion, we saw this happen with VCs. They aped into this, thinking that we're riding the next wave.
And these are not inexperienced VCs. I mean, you're talking about Sequoia Capital. You're talking about some of the largest, most like the due diligence that needs to be done. It is I mean, for anyone that doesn't understand the space, when you go out and you're saying I'm raising at a $10 billion valuation, $30 billion valuation, there's a lot of conversations that are happening and a lot of documents that are going back and forth. Looking at let's go back to Web 1. The reason why Web 1 was built out the way it was is because there were some very forgiving regulations and regulatory bodies such as ICANN that showed up and said, "Hey guys, that's cool. You're all doing a bunch of random things. Here's some standards of which we're all going to integrate and operate with to make sure that a .com is a .com is a .com." Web3 has always been kind of like, we don't need regulatory advice. We don't need regulation. Unfortunately, I'm starting to believe that we do. And I don't, but I want to, put an asterisk there that I think it needs to be common sense and come from people that truly do understand where the entity is today and where it's going, over the next few years in asset class.
I think our current regulatory regime or lack thereof here in the U.S. allow this to happen with FTX and a lot of other firms that are going offshore because of uncertainty here domestically. That's one of the things that has to happen in order for the industry to be able to continue to grow and thrive. I do think we need some common sense, reasonable, rational regulation here. I think that can only help us. To think that we can operate completely without any KYC or KYB, that's just not reasonable.
I and on the conversation, I think it's entirely okay for there to be the darknet. I think that there is an allowance for to be anonymous. I think there's definitely a time and a place to kind of have your privacy and enjoy it. Financial transactions. And a financial ecosystem of which can mean the difference between you being able to put food on your plate or not. I believe, that's not where you want any anonymity in any way, shape or form. And you want to make sure that if you're interacting with a contract, the same as if you're interacting with a business, who are they? What's backing this? And the FOMO is real. I mean, it truly is.
Yeah.
And that's a human nature that's never going to go away, which is why there's regulations on there's a Better Business Bureau, there's an attorney generals, there's a lot of things in place to make sure that consumers aren't defrauded by people that have thought about it a lot longer than they have.